Good evening, guys. Good evening. Happy Good Friday. Happy holidays. Happy bank holiday weekend. However you celebrate it, I hope you're having time off. I hope you're having good time with the family or having a rest. Or if you're busy doing stuff for the spring and the summer, I hope you're all well. It is FA Cup weekend quarterfinals, and I'm excited to be here. Little preview tonight, guys. I've been away. I've not been doing much this week. I've had some time out, much needed rest, people. International breaks don't really do a lot for me, the international breaks, if I'm going to be brutally honest with you. Can't really get into it, not really paid much attention over it. We've got the cricket season around the corner, all well and good, which is really, really exciting. Got me Essex cricket ticket through for a couple of games, so I'm looking forward to that. And we've got the World Cup in the summer, so loads to look forward to, people. But we've got the business of Arsenal, and it is there, people. What a beautiful trophy. What an absolute beautiful trophy. There's just something about that trophy that just captures everyone's imagination. Takes you back from when you're a schoolboy, takes you back to playing in the playground, messing around in the back garden, playing over the park with your mates. It just, for me, it's just what football's all about, especially in this country and all around the world. Watching the FA Cup, it's what you've grown up doing and liking and watching, and it's just a magic trophy. But big up everyone locked in. Only 24 at the moment. I don't know who's streaming, but doesn't matter. I'm sure more and more people will join us as the stream goes on, people. But big up Gavin as always. Kawaja, big up Static, absolute legend as well. All legends in the chat already. Absolute pleasure, my friends. Absolute pleasure. Prome's in as well. By the way, Prome's channel is pinned, so make sure you follow Joe. Black's Crow, big up to you, Black's Crow. Nice to see you on a Good Friday. Big up to every single one of you. Lux as well. Good evening, Lux, my friend. Absolute legend. And yeah, big up to everyone locked in. But I mean, you just stare at that trophy, and it's just a beautiful trophy. And I can just remember. I mean, I've seen Arsenal lose it on many occasions, but I've seen us win it on many occasions. And there's just something about when the captain lifts that trophy in front of the winning fans. It's just a magical moment, and it's just something you never get over, and it's something you never ever lose kind of memory of. It's just a fantastic occasion. No matter how you win it, it's just a brilliant, brilliant occasion. One of the worst memories I've had at the FA Cup was probably the Michael Owen final, Liverpool, Cardiff, when we got beat. That was a tough one. West Ham, when we got beat as well, didn't really play well, didn't really turn up for that one. Very similar to the Carabao Cup the other week. Ipswich as well. I was there when we lost against Ipswich. Again, brilliant Ipswich team, by the way. Bobby Robson, God bless him. Had some really, really good players, that Ipswich team, but never really showed up. Yeah, but I was there with the Man United when we won 3-2. We was cruising 2-0, Frank Stapleton. Then they pulled it back. Sammy McIlroy was playing with more or less a broken leg. They pulled it back. And then Brady went on that amazing run through midfield, sprayed it out to the left. Graham Ricks, brilliant cross to the far post. Alan Sunderland at the back post, sliding in, knocking it past Gary Bailey. I mean, memories, guys. It was just absolutely went wild. So, yeah, been to a lot of FA Cup finals, obviously the whole one, you know, and it's just that swung and roundabouts. Chelsea, you know, it just backwards and forwards. It's just, I've just had some great memories, and it's what this club was built on, the FA Cup. So me, for one, want to get the job done against Southampton, which is not going to be easy. Let's be honest. It's not going to be easy. Southampton has hit marvellous form. I know their priorities is probably getting into the playoffs. That's going to be their priority. However, I think they're going to have one eye on this FA Cup. If they can make a semi-final and a trip to Wembley and give their fans a trip to Wembley, then they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. So it's going to be a tricky one. 8 o'clock kickoff Saturday evening. It's not pleasant. We're on the back end of a loss in the Carabao Cup final. We've got players that are injured, or are they? Possibly. But yeah, but big up Gunnarsson. Big up, my friend. Come on, you Gunners, always. We're the current record holders, 14 in total. Massive. Galena FC, big up. I was there 78 and 70. Yeah, big up to you. I was there 78, my friend. Absolute brilliant. You know, it just the whole day, just going, being. And do you know what, right? I'm going to be real with you people, right? It's just not got the same feel. That new Wembley Stadium is nothing like the old Wembley. It just hasn't got that feel for it for me. It's probably what the West Ham fans would say about the London Stadium compared to the Bowling. Lovely stadium, brilliant stadium, but just hasn't got that same feel. You know, the Emirates, it's getting there, but it's not Highbury. But Wembley, I don't know, the new Wembley, it's just not got that same kind of cup final. I can't put my finger on it. It's just different. I still prefer the old Wembley Stadium. You know, the Twin Towers and that kind of thing, you know. It's still got a very, very special place for me. But yeah, it's going to be interesting, people. It's going to be interesting. But that trophy, I mean, you can stare at it all night long, can't you? It's just a lovely, lovely trophy. And it's great to win. And there's a lot of professional players that would love to win this trophy that have never won it. Alan Shearer has never won the FA Cup. You know, he would love to get it. There's a lot of great players that have never had their hands on that wonderful trophy. So, you know, there's a lot of players that would sacrifice a lot of their winners' medals in other competitions to get their hands on that trophy. It's a massive cup to win. It's a brilliant cup to win. It's steeped in history. And it's the foundations of what this nation was built on, watching football in this nation, in this country. It's what it was built on. It was built on the FA Cup. Everything about it. You know, when you're a school kid, the whole day, turning on your TV in the morning, watching the players in the hotel having breakfast, cameraman on the bus, on with the bus drivers and the players on the bus playing cards and chatting and everything else. The Wembley Stadium, walking out in their suits, pitch inspection, looking at the crowd and everything. And then they'd release a record on top of the pops like weeks before, you know. They'd release a record and they'd be singing on top of the pops like you know, grown football professionals singing their FA Cup song on top of the pops. It was just the whole thing was just crazy. And it's just lost it now. It's not the same. It's not the same. Big up everyone that's locked in. Happy on it. It isn't a lovely cup. It is a lovely cup, Rob Future. Beautiful. Big up DJB and all the chat and all the legends. And big up to you, my friend, as well. Darren Mark. Big up Gary. Darren, Gavin, all in, locked in. Big up to every single one of you people. Brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. Always appreciated as ever. But yeah, put some of your memories in. Put some of your memories in the chat, people. Let's talk FA Cup before we get into the team. What I think the team will be, what you think the team might be, and players that are coming back from injuries, and we'll have a little chat about the FA Cup. And then Sunday sit back, we'll do a post FA Cup, and next week on the Mingle we'll go over it with Nortski. Congratulations, Nortski. 1K subs hit, done at last. I just want to say big up to Nortski, well deserved. If you haven't subbed to Nortski, go and sub to Nortski, get him over the 1K. It's been too long coming, and he's finally hit the 1K, and everyone's just Over the moon for it. FA Cup weekend, and Norsky hits the 1K. Brilliant stuff. Brilliant stuff. Yeah, I mean, I've got all sorts of memories. I remember when I was a kid playing football out in my back garden, just running around with a football, making out I'm at Wembley, picking my favourite player of Arsenal and just running around with my red T-shirt on or my white T-shirt on, making out I'm at Wembley, smashing the ball in an empty goal, hitting me dad's shed, and like running round, making out of it the FA Cup winner. You know what I mean? Just boy stuff, playing in the garden and just messing around. Or you'd be over the park with your mates and you'd pick up two teams, you know, and you'd say, right, let's make out it's the FA Cup final. Right, we're Arsenal, you can be Liverpool or Man United or something like that, and we'd play like an FA Cup, you know. Or what we used to do as well, we used to play like rounds. So we'd be like Arsenal versus Man United. Whoever wins goes through to the next round. We'd play like 10 minutes each way. And then it'd be Man United versus Spurs. Whoever wins goes to the next round. And we'd play like little mini matches till we get to the final, you know. Just all different things. It was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You just don't see kids playing over parks anymore. Don't know why. I just don't see it. Pele said he wanted to win the FA Cup. Absolutely. Pele was... there's so many players that would love to get their hands on the FA Cup and just be part of it. Unbelievable. But big up to everyone in. I missed the Wembley with the two towers. Gunnarsson, I do, my friend. Corporate Wembley with the arch. He's never a substitute. No. Absolutely not. One of the things when they built the Emirates I was pleased about is when they kept the clock. I was really worried. That was really worrying me. When we was coming out of Highbury, I was really worried what they were going to do with the clock at Arsenal. It was really, that was the one thing that was worrying me. Where it was going to be situated, can they mount it? Is it going to be the same clock? You know what I mean? Little things like that was concerning me. So when we moved from Wembley, I just wanted to try and keep the sort of like whether they could design a similar building to the old Wembley. So you've got the towers. I know it'd be more modern and everything else, but the arch just has never really cut it with me, Gunnarsson. Never really cut it with me, bro. Big up, Rob Future. It's always been the best looking trophy in football. I know people like the big ears, but come on, the FA Cup, it just is. Yeah, I agree. There's just something about the FA Cup as a trophy. I mean, look at it. Come on, man. Look at that. Look at the design on it. You know, the all round the edge here. You know, the cut in there. The way it sort of steeps in and all this round here and the top. I mean, that's been dropped loads of times, isn't it? That is where they put it on their head and they drop it or they lift it and the lid comes off. You know, there's just something about that lifting that FA Cup. It's just incredible, isn't it? And there's a royal edge to it as well. It's always someone in royalty that gives out the FA Cup, you know, to the captain and that. So yeah, it's just something about it, man. I just love it. I just really, really love it. And yeah, big up for you. I love the FA Cup as well, brother. Massive. Big up to every single one that's locked in. Happy bank holiday weekend. If you celebrate Easter and if you're religious type, then enjoy, people. If you're having time off and just resting, just chilling, enjoy. Good old Arsenal 71 was the theme of the club, only replaced by the funeral dirge called North London Forever. Gunnarsson, exactly. Do you remember Roll Out the Red Carpet? Roll out the red carpet, because the red, oh man, some of these songs, honestly. If anyone's watching, just put it in the chat what you remember about the FA Cup, your memories of the FA Cup, people. Anything, what you used to do at school, you know, getting up in the morning, watching it on grandstand. You know, if you, it depends how far you want to go back. You know, if it's recent, just what your memories are. I've had some great memories. Big up the Norms, the legend. Absolutely. Yeah, Norms will be on. We'll be back on the Mingle on Wednesday, people. Make sure you tune in. Norms is going to be buzzing on Wednesday. I'm sure he is. Yeah. Might be the Normski show. Mutants these days, Rob Future, mate. Yeah, listen, people disrespect the FA Cup. You can't disrespect the FA Cup. I always think that if you start disrespecting history in anything, you lose it. That's it. Done. You never get it back. You should never disrespect history. History is what you're built on. You know, whether that's a football, whether that's a cup, doesn't matter whether it's a building. You should always respect the history of things, people, because you know it's what makes the future. You know, so yeah, I just think what ruined the FA Cup for me is a couple of things. I think the emergence of the Premiership ruined the FA Cup. And I think as soon as you had the semi-finals at Wembley, that for me took the gloss right off it. That completely took the gloss off of it. 100% took the gloss off the FA Cup for me. Some people say that if you win the FA Cup, you should qualify for the Champions League. Now, that would certainly make it more competitive. That would give the competitiveness. People would start taking that FA Cup a little bit more serious. If you're a team like Brentford and Brighton and these sort of teams, right, you imagine you're kind of going to struggle to get in the top 4 or the top 5 on a regular basis. But if your way into a Champions League is through the FA Cup, you're going to start putting in some good teams. You're going to start taking it a bit serious, especially if you're mid-table in the Premiership and you've got no fear of relegation. You're thinking, hang on a minute, we're sliding into the quarter-final of the FA Cup here. We could get in the Champions League if we win it. That's just my opinion. I think there's got to be a more serious edge to the FA Cup to bring it back. You know? Big up to you, Kawaja, and you, my friend. Works tirelessly around the channels. Big up to you. Good evening, DJB chat. Good to see you back, DJB. And you, Bev. Big up, Bev, man. Hope you're well, brother. Hope you're well, Bev. Yeah, no, for me, I just think that if you bring back the FA Cup, put a little bit more on it, I think it'll bring some of the magic back. 100%. Bab the Ripper's in, massive. Congratulations to Normski, 1K, well deserved. Yeah, long time coming. Darren Martin's in as well. Big up, Darren. Hope you're well, bruv. Yeah, but I just remember everything about the FA Cup. Just, it's brilliant. It's fantastic. But unfortunately, times move on. Teams, I get it. You know, staying in the Premiership is a priority. Getting promoted is a priority. I understand it. What I don't understand is when teams haven't really got anything to play for and they don't take it serious. That is why I took my hats off to Crystal Palace last season. Because when Crystal Palace won their FA Cup, I thought that was a brilliant, brilliant moment. That really brought back for that kind of weekend what the FA Cup was all about. Because Crystal Palace, you know, they was in the league. They weren't going down. They weren't really going up. The FA Cup is what they put their efforts into, and they won it. And I think teams like Brighton, Brentford, Bournemouth now, the emergence of Bournemouth, these are the teams now that really should start taking the FA Cup serious. Because realistically, are they going to get in the top 4? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. Not the way that the big 6 are spending money. They're not really going to keep challenging for the top 4. So the FA Cup for me, for teams like Brighton and teams like I've just mentioned, I think it's important. I think it's really, really important that they take it seriously. And as I said, perhaps put a bigger prize on the FA Cup winners. Cole Ray, big up Cole. Yeah, do you know what? I saw Cole. I popped by the Bruised Banana last night when I was getting ready to come back off my break. I got back today, actually. And I just popped in the last bit of the bruised banana, and I think Cole was on there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but big up to him, man. Big up to him. Big up to every single one of yous. Jimbo from Mexico, big up to you. My memories was when I scored in the back garden, scoring the winner, pretending I was in the FA Cup. My dog was the goalkeeper. She was a good goalkeeper. Laugh out loud. See what I mean, bruv? That's what it's all about. The dog was the goalkeeper and you scored in the FA Cup. I mean, what a great memory. Brilliant memory. Any more? Keep your memories coming in, people. We'll get them on. Never went to the old Wembley, sadly. I did at least get to Highbury for a few. Saw Fabregas debut with his. Oh man, Fabregas was one player. Rob, wasn't he one player? Brilliant player. Yeah, if you never ever experienced the old Wembley, I don't mean to rub your nose in it because that's not my cup of tea. You missed out, really. You missed out. It was a magical place. It was a magical place, without a doubt, 100%. Endanguna, hope you well, mate. I'm not confident tomorrow. If Kepa starts, I reckon he'll be shaky. Southampton will capitalise on it. Bev, we'll go for. I've got a team selection here that I think will start, and we'll get it up in a minute. Big up, Cole, for the raid. Thank you very much. Hey, Static, long time, my friend. Hope you're well, brother. Thank you very much indeed. 28 likes. Keep smashing those likes, people. The YouTube are doing crazy stuff at the moment. Just keep smashing the likes, and yeah, let's get the likes up. Let's get the likes up. 1991 lost to Tottenham at Wembley. Semi-final should never be at Wembley. I agree. I absolutely agree. Lost it for me. That done it for me. And I'll tell you for why. The whole beauty of getting to the FA Cup final was the trip to Wembley. Yes, it was the game. It was the football match. It was the hope that you'd win the FA Cup. But going to Wembley was one of the kind of, we're going to Wembley. It's where England play. It's where all the national teams play. It's the national stadium. It's where concerts are held. We're actually going to Wembley. It was like going on holiday for the first time when you're a kid and you go to the seaside or you go to the beach and you've never been before. That's what like going to Wembley was. That was the buzz you got. When the semi-finals were played there and it was all over your TV and it was live, it kind of lost that excitement for me. It was like knowing what Christmas present you was going to get before Christmas. Do you know what I mean? And it was kind of, it lost that excitement. It lost that appeal. But yeah, man, that lost against Spurs. Gazza was on fire that day, wasn't he? I mean, what a player he was, Gazza. Yeah, I mean, that was heartbreak losing to them. That was, oh man, that was a bad memory. Bad memory. Yeah, I agree. Rob Future does love the FA Cup. Everyone loves the FA Cup. They should do. Yeah, respect it. Even if you're not really a big fan of it, and it don't really bother you, you got to respect it. You got to respect it, people. 100%. Big up to everyone locked in. Up to 63 now, people. So make sure you're smashing the likes. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure. Big up AJ and Static, legends, 100%. Everyone's a legend, people. Everyone's a legend. The old Wembley had to be knocked down. It was crumbling and smelt of piss. Yeah, listen. It was old. It was old. I'm not. You got to move with the times. I get that. I understand that. Totally get that. However, could they have refurbished it? Could they have? I don't know. Could they have built the new Wembley Stadium similar to the old Wembley Stadium? To keep a bit of the nostalgia there. Because as I said, I was there in the Carrot. I've been there a couple of times. The new Wembley Stadium, and I was there in the Carabao Cup the other week, and it just don't feel the same. It's just I don't know. There's something about it. It just doesn't feel the same. Doesn't feel the same. It's like moving into a new house and you can't get to grips with it. You don't, you think, oh, I've moved here, but I can't get used to the area. I don't really like it here, I'll suffer it because I've just moved here, but it's not for me. There's something about it. I don't know what it is. There's something about it. But big up to everyone that's in. Endon, big up to you. She wore a yellow ribbon. She wore a yellow ribbon in the merry month of May. And when I asked her why she wore the ribbon, she said it's for the Arsenal when we're going to Wembley. Oh, man, what a song. What a song. Nelson Vivas 7. Big up to you, my friend. Big up to you and welcome. The FA Cup predated the Premier League, the World Cup, even the Champions League, which makes it the most important trophy in football, and it should be treated as such. 100%. 100%. It should be it's probably the most respected trophy. I'd say the European Cup as well. Before it was called the Champions League, it was. I still call it the European Cup. You know, I don't call it the Champions League final. For me, it's the European Cup final. Yeah. Something about European Cup nights as well. It's when me and Shane do the retro show and we show all the old retro kits. They just remind you of that midweek Champions League game, you know, that kind of Bayern Munich, Milan first leg. Because before it was all this league basis, it used to be knockout. It used to be first leg, home. And you'd get drawn, you'd play your first leg, second leg, away goals, blah, 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 done. That's it. Something magical about the European Cup as well. Sky Sports used to have a great FA Cup intro back in the mid-90s. Camera panned over the cup memorabilia whilst old school commentary, the clips from the old games played, prop rares on the end stuff. Yeah, Rob, remember it. Yeah, they've done some good stuff, Sky Sports. Yeah, it's all gone a bit PR-y now, and it's all gone a bit PR-y and a bit politically correct now, isn't it? Like everything, you know. Ruthless Gooner Ray, big up to you, Ruthless Gooner. Massive thank you very much, the Ruthless. Big up to you, my friend, legend. Make sure you go and follow the Ruthless Gooner as well. He's also doing some great stuff as well, people. Me and my mates would cycle the short distance to the old Hendon Hall Hotel where Arsenal team would stay. Often, my friend, on either the FA Cup final, watch the players board the coach and cycle along. What I mean, see what I mean? What a memory. What a memory that is. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Do you know what I mean? Fantastic. What a story. Cheers, Endon. Massive. Brilliant. Thank you. Endon Gooner, yeah, got some warm water with ginger and honey down you. Hopefully back to 100% soon, mate. Yeah, totally agree. That this manager will rotate correctly and play defensively. We're going to get into it, people. Let's get into it. Please stop saying the Premier League football did not begin in the 90s. 100%. 100%. 100%. Cole's a legend. Thank you all for your raids, people. Rob Future, brilliant. Likewise, mate. Hope you're keeping well, buddy. Hope everyone's keeping well. Make sure that you're all keeping well. There's a lot of viruses around at the moment. You know, there's a lot of that sickness bug and colds and all sorts of malarkey going on, people. I keep well. Evening, Darren Sullivan. Darren Sullivan, big up, my friend. You changed your profile, and you know, I can't get used to that one. Scrap the fraud of a competition Champions League to bring back the FA Cup. All the refs are corrupt. Make the Euro Cup a knockout over 2 legs. Darren, man of my own heart, brother. Man of my own heart. I'm telling you that now. Yeah, I'd love all that. I'd love all that. Unfortunately, money talks, doesn't it? Money talks. Do you know a Super League is just round the corner? That's gonna raise its ugly head again. You know, the Super League that we was going to pull out, and you're going to have one big European Super League. That's happening. That is happening, I reckon, in the next 5 years. You'll have teams like Barcelona, Real Madrid, Arsenal, Liverpool, Man United. I don't know how Spurs get in it. I ain't got a clue. Chelsea, Bayern Munich, Juventus. It'll all be in one league. The Premier League will be like the Tier 2 league. It'll be like the poor man's league, won't it? That's coming. That's coming. Imagine Leeds United or West Ham win the FA Cup, DJB. Do you know what, right? When I watched Millwall beat Middlesbrough today, if anyone watched that game today, right? Watch that game today, Millwall versus Middlesbrough. It was on ITV. I got home, I couldn't believe it. Turned on the telly, Middlesbrough versus Millwall, right? Top of the table clash. It was brilliant. It was a throwback to how football is. Last ditch tackles, Millwall defenders throwing themselves in front of the ball, blocking shots off the line, counter attacking, corners going in, tackles flying in, some brilliant football. Millwall got battered the first half. Middlesbrough sort of should have gone in 2 or 3-0 up. Millwall come out second half, rally round, take their chances, win 2-1, second in the league. They look like they're going up. Yeah. Now, I made a prediction, Jimbo, that West Ham would win the FA Cup and get relegated and Millwall will go in the Premier League. I've got a feeling whoever wins out of West Ham and Leeds could win the FA Cup. And that is because Man City, Arsenal and Liverpool will probably have their eyes on other things. Liverpool are going to be strong. Liverpool are going to take the FA Cup serious because Man City have won a trophy and they're out of the Champions League. So they're going to go for the Premier League. Liverpool can't win the Premier League, but they can win the FA Cup and they're still in the Champions League. So I think it's going to, and West Ham, if they get to Wembley in the semi, you wouldn't want to play them. That's all I'm saying. They're a funny team to play in the Cup. Lion Tex Raid as well. Big up Lion Tex, brother. Big up to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Thank you very much indeed. Big up to you, Lion Tex. Big up to you. 34 likes already. Come on, guys. Let's get it up to 50. Real sharpish. Come on. Everyone smash a like. Yeah, Bav, not back to work till next Friday. Bosh. Yeah, come on, Louis D. All that working nonsense. Big up the chat. Big up everyone that's locked in. Please like the stream if you've not already. It really helps DJ be out. It does. It does, my friend. Big up to you. Thank you very much. Proper mod doing this stuff. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Yeah, I just got a feeling the FA Cup's going to go do all sorts of madness this year. Can we win it? Of course we can win it. We can win it. I just feel that we're going to have our eyes on the prize somewhere else. I really do. I really, really do. Big up to you. Yeah, Dagenham got battered. Smashed to pieces. Local derby against Hornchurch got absolutely smashed 3-0. That's their playoff hopes finished, done. Looks like they're going to be staying in that league for another season. Big up to you, my friend. Always a pleasure. Bav, what makes it worse? I've seen off since last Wednesday. Yeah, that was some game. Middlesbrough and Millwall today. That was some game. Did Coventry win? Coventry are playing, aren't they? Frank Lampard. Did Coventry win, people? Let's have a look. I'm interested in that championship, you know, because Coventry won 3-2, local derby. Massive, 80th minute. Frank Lampard, big up Frank Lampard. Like Frank Lampard, got a lot of respect for Frank. A lot of respect for Frank Lampard. He looks like he's getting Coventry up. So Coventry look like they're coming into the Premier League. It's out of Middlesbrough and Millwall. Ipswich are still hanging around as well. Going to be interesting. Did you go to the final in Cardiff? Yeah, it was terrible, man. Oh, that Michael Owen. Dude, we should have won that. It was very, you know what I mean? We were the better team that day. We were far the better team. But then Man United were far the better team when we beat them on penalties, Patrick Vieira. Let's be honest, we were battered that day. So it just swings and roundabouts. Yeah, that was a painful one. The West Ham one for me was a painful loss. Ipswich was a painful loss as well. Yeah, it's not been good. 40 likes, people. Come on, get them up. FA Cup was very competitive in the first half of the 20th century when numerous teams used to compete in it. Winning it was considered to be almost as impressive as winning the league back then. Yeah, 100%. But the thing is, right, what I don't understand is some of these teams now, they should be looking at the FA Cup and taking it serious and trying to win it, you know? Because a lot of these teams, if you can win an FA Cup and finish 10th, 12th in the Premier League, it's not a bad season. Because look, fans are not stupid. Realistically, fans know, don't they? If you're no disrespect, but if you're a fan of Brighton, are you going to win the Premier League? Realistically, as it stands right now, I know you had your odd moment like Leicester, but the way things are going, the amount, all these laws now, who you can sign, who you can't sign, and everything else that seem to be crippling the lower league, like the lower clubs that are outside the top six. So if you're a team like Brighton, your fans are not stupid. Most fans are not stupid. So if you can win an FA Cup, finish in the top 10 in the Premier League, and get into and play European football via the FA Cup, Europa League, you take it all day long. You would take it all day long. Yeah? And then the following season, you've got European football, your FA Cup holders, you've had a great day out at Wembley, job done. Teams like that, Brentford, Bournemouth, Everton, all of these teams should be taking the FA Cup really, really, really serious. Because realistically, the FA Cup is like their Premiership. You know? And I don't understand why they play weakened teams. I get it if they're in a relegation battle and they've got the FA Cup like West Ham. West Ham and Leeds are in a relegation battle. I understand if they're resting key players because they've got to stay in the Premier League, and I get that. I get that. However, if you're sitting in the Premier League, you're mid-table, you've got no fear of going down. Take the FA Cup seriously. Take it seriously at the start of the season. At the start of the season, your priority should be, if you manage Brentford, Bournemouth, Everton, Brighton, all of these teams, Crystal Palace, West Ham, Leeds, all of these teams should be saying, right, let's go and win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, and let's see how high up the Premier League we can get. If on the way we beat a Man City in the league, or we beat Arsenal in the league, or something like that, then we've had a good season. So I just don't get it. I just don't get why they put weakened teams out when they're sitting pretty mid-table and they've got nothing else to play for. I just don't get it. Big up. Binks is in. Rob Future's in. Binks 90. Big up to you, Binks. JJ, the Bottle Strand TV. Big up to you, mate. Welcome to the community, brother. Welcome to the community. Big up DJB, wondering if I could get a mod. Love your channel, mate. I'm here to support. Always come on, you Gunners. Yeah. We can get modded, mate. We can sort that out. No problem at all. Yeah, we can get that out, brother. No problem at all. What's your opinion on it, people? Get your comments in. See what you think. If you any Brighton fans or anyone like that's in, any fans like that, are you disappointed? Are you disappointed that your team doesn't? If I'm frozen, people, I apologise. Yeah, if I'm frozen, I apologise. Are you disappointed when your team are not taking it up serious? You know what I mean? Do you know what I mean? If you're one of them fans and you're disappointed that you take that you're not taken serious, it's not taken seriously. Let me know, people. Let me know, because I'd be really peeved off. You know, like Everton's. playing a weakened team in an FA Cup. I just don't get it. You're not going down. You're not going to win the league. You're not going to get in the Champions League. Go and win the FA Cup and qualify for the Europa League. Job done. Why not? I want the FA Cup to come back. I want the FA Cup. I want the glamour, the importance of the FA Cup to come back. We do a little campaign, people. Come on. Big up the Suge, always in. Big up to you, brother. Hope you're well. Hope all your family's well. Absolute legend. Massive support of the channel. Big up to you. Big up DJB in the chat. Hit the likes and subscribe. The Suge has spoken. Come on, people. Come on. Big up to you, my friend. But anyway, this is what I think. By the way, we have... He's back, people, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna get into it, all right? We're gonna have a little chat about it, all right? We're not gonna try and keep your real fierce emotions together, all right? We don't want any kind of nastiness in here, people, because it's Good Friday. It's, you know, it's a nice time of year. But this guy, Martin Odegaard, is back. El Capitano, people, is back in action. There he is. Martin Odegaard. 55,000 Hammers fans, 9,000 Leeds fans. What not to love? Absolutely. Big up to you. There you go. One of yous are going in the semi-final. One is going to Wembley. So the semi-final has to play on a neutral ground. I'm 100%. 100%. Oh, Odegaard. Yeah, exactly, Binks. Exactly. Oh, my days. He's back. Odegaard's back. Now, here's a question I'm going to ask you, right? Now, before you all jump on and say, I'm an Odegaard fan and everything else, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Right? This is not me waving the Odegaard flag. Yeah, save our Martin Odegaard. However, the question I'm going to ask, as Arsenal improved on the football pitch, playing, have we played better football without Martin Odegaard? Because I don't think it's been any different. With him being out the team, I've not seen us rip up any trees and play scintillating football. I'm not saying by putting him in the team it will improve. Has it made us play any better with him being out of the team? Now, I know he's got a lot of stick. I know people want him sold. I want him sold. If we can get 50 million for him in the summer, get him gone. He's been out of form. I accept that. He's not been on form 100%. I get that. Totally get it. However, my question to you guys, have we looked any better with him out the team? And I don't think we have. I don't think we have. I don't think Eze has been scintillating. I don't think Kai Havertz has come in and been brilliant. I don't think our midfield has been that creative. So, I don't know. By bringing him back in the team, the back end of the season with important games coming up, is he going to affect the team or is he going to make it worse? That's all I'm saying. But all I know is he'll probably be in contention against Southampton. I was thinking earlier today, leave him out till next season, DJB. Yeah, possibly. But what I'm saying is he's been left out recently. And have we looked any better? I don't think we have. I don't think we have. And as I said, I'm not waving the flag, save Martin Odegaard. Odegaard's a great player. I'm not saying he's... I'm saying he's out of form and I would sell him. I'm not going to rip into him and everything else because he has been, in the seasons gone past, he has done a job for us. That 22-23 season, he looked really, really good and he was one of our top players. Let's be honest. We can't deny that. That's the facts. However, he's been left out of the team. And when you leave a player out of form, out of any team, you're expecting to see miracles. You're expecting to see a huge improvement on the performance. And I don't think we've seen that. I honestly don't think we've seen that with him out the team. Now, I'm not saying he's going to come back in the team and make us better. But if you're gonna criticise Martin Odegaard, then you've got to criticise Saka in the same way. You've got to criticise Martinelli. You've got to criticise Trossard. You've got to criticise Havertz in the same way. Some people can say Eze as well. So, let's just be a little bit open-minded. Odegaard was even more timid now and pull out every challenge more than usual to ensure he's fully fit for the World Cup. Nelson, yeah. He has pulled out of challenges, and I don't agree with that. I'm not saying he should be back in the team. I'm not saying I want him back in the team. The question I'm trying to say is, has Arsenal looked better? Have we improved immensely with him out the team? Because to me, it hasn't looked any different. It hasn't looked any different. I was thinking, I've had that one. Big up to everyone that's in. I think it has, but that's my opinion. Jimbo, in what way has it improved? Are we playing quicker? Is the tempo been up? Do we break the lines? Have we been more creative? I don't think we have. I think we've just got through. I think we've just got through games like we've got through games with him in the team. We were winning games with him in the team by corners and own goals and all of that. I think he would enjoy the weather in Manchester. Darren, I probably was one of the first creators to say this. I was right about Wanyeri all along. That's why I was calling him Ethan Smith Rowe. I was saying that 2 years ago, and I was saying it last season in the summer. I was calling him Ethan Smith Rowe for a reason, because I said that young kid hasn't got a future at Arsenal. Oh, yes, he has. He's just signed a contract. He's been sold a dream. He's going. He's finished. He's finished at Arsenal Football Club under this manager. I was saying that. What do I call Lewis Skelly? Miles Lewis Tierney. He's the next one. He's the next cab on the rank with no wheels on it. Skelly's going. Been saying that all along. It's another one that's going to go. So for me, yeah. When Odegaard is in the team, we effectively play with one less outfield player as he's anonymous. I agree he's anonymous. Totally agree he's anonymous. And I agree that he's not been good enough to play for Arsenal. But with him out the team, I haven't seen a huge difference in the way we play. And that's down to the manager. You take your captain out the team, or you take the player out the team through injury or loss of form. You expect to see a difference. You expect to see a lift. He didn't play in the Carabao Cup. He wasn't in the Carabao Cup final. That's all you need. That's the only thing you need to know. We played just as bad without, and it's all to do with the manager. Gunnarsson, been saying it all along. And this is what I was hoping someone in the chat would come and say. And this is what I'm trying to say to you people. Have we improved without him in the team? No. If we haven't improved without him in the team, who's it down to? It's the manager. Our style of football, with or without Martin Odegaard, hasn't looked any different. Hasn't looked any different. Isn't it funny how Gyökeres can score for Sweden? The minute he leaves this football club, he goes and scores goals. Why? Because the whole Swedish game is played around Gyökeres. The tactics are different. The style of play is different. The midfield is different. They break lines different. They get the ball into attack differently. Everything's different. And I've always said it about Gyökeres. Gyökeres is not a bad player. he's just going to look shocking playing for Arsenal. Again, this is why you have to question the manager. DJB, morning, mate. Hope you're well. Big up, David Dundas. Yeah, I'm well, bruv. All good. All good. No bugs have got me yet, my friend. Hope you're well too and your family as well. Eze still better than him. Yeah, I'll give you that. Yeah, I'd still have Eze in the team over Odegaard, but I need more from Eze. I need more from Eze. Eze goes missing as well. Let's not fool ourselves, yeah? Let's not fool ourselves. Fourth in the Premier, going to the Champions League is nonsense. Give a spot FA Cup winners. Very disappointed, DJB. What with, Darren? What with? I'm just asking the question. Listen. Listen. I don't want Odegaard anywhere near this team, right? I've said that. I want him sold. I don't want him near the team. However, right, if you're going to take Martin Odegaard, what I'm trying to say is, if you're taking Martin Odegaard out of the team because of loss of form or he's not good enough, then you should see a vast improvement. And I've not seen it. So what I'm trying to say is the tactics the manager plays, this team looks no different. You take Eze out the team, it don't look any different. You put Havertz in the 10, it don't look any different. He should be a bench player. He should be sold. I want him sold. He's on my selling list. Let's get that right. He's on my selling list, people. I'll give you my selling list right now. Ben White, Norgard, because you don't play him. What's the point of him being there? No point Norgard being there. He's a passenger. Get rid of him. No point. So, Ben White, Norgard, Havertz, Jesus, Martinelli, Trossard, Odegaard. There's 7 players there straight away that I'd get money for. Yeah? And I'm going to say it because of injuries, and he's injury prone, and he's whatever, and I don't think he's good enough anyway. Calafiori. 8 players. I heard as well that Zubimendi, who I really don't rate, by the way, let's be honest, I don't rate Zubimendi at all. I don't think Zubimendi, for me, has been the player I expected this season. I think in the 6, defensively, he's been found wanting. Creatively, he's been a bit too safe for me. Doesn't take enough risks. Overrated. But he has said, apparently, that he would consider going back to Spain and would not hesitate leaving Arsenal even after one season if he got the right offer from Spain. Now, that tells me he didn't want to be here in the first place, if that's true, because he was hanging on for Real Madrid. So if someone came in, if a Spanish team came in and offered him a good deal, he'd think of leaving Arsenal. So he's got no allegiance to Arsenal either. He's only back to get fit for Norway. Yeah, probably is. There's going to be a lot of players. He's not going to be the only one. There's going to be a lot of players that are going to be looking to head of the World Cup. Yeah? Saka better pull his socks up because he's been rubbish. Let's be real. He's been absolutely rubbish. Chocolate Fire Guard could fill in tomorrow. Yeah, he probably could, Darren. I don't think he'll start Odegaard tomorrow, but he might do. We'll have a look at what I think the team will be tomorrow. He's been out of form for years now, DJB. About time we stop glazing this scrub. 100%. But we don't look any different without him. He don't improve the team when he's playing. He makes it worse. But we don't look any better without him. This is the point I'm trying to say. So that comes down to the manager. Don't want Odegaard anywhere near us anymore. No, 100%. I want him sold as well. But the question is whether you'd keep Odegaard. It's not. What I'm trying to say is I'm looking at, when Odegaard's been out the team, I'm looking at Saka. I'm looking at Eze. I'm looking at Havertz. Yeah, I'm looking at all these players to step up and make a huge difference. And I've not really seen it. I've not seen it. I've not seen it. They're all scrubs, DJ. Darren Martin, the most overrated squad of players I've seen in years. Gabriel, Saliba, Timber, Raya the goalkeeper, Declan Rice. Now I'm scratching my head. Gorkarez, any other shirt other than an Arsenal shirt, quality, striker, goal scorer, Sweden's national hero. In an Arsenal shirt, would struggle to make a Barnet team. Let's be real. That's down to the manager. Right? Not seen it. Ball's been bouncing off of him, can't hold up play, can't bring players into the game, assist, nothing. Right? Let's be honest. He hasn't really been productive. Gorkarez should be on more goals than what he is. We've got 7 games left of the football season. He should be on a lot more goals. That's not Gorkarez's problem. That's the manager's problem. Right? But what I've said all along, we've got the quantity, but we haven't got the quality. The left-hand side of this football club is still horrific. We've still got no left side midfield. We haven't really got a proper left back. Big up, Suge. Issue is we haven't played better without Odegaard, but we haven't played worse without him either. If we don't miss the captain, that's saying something. Absolutely, Suge. Couldn't have put it better myself, brother. Big up to you. Big up to you. We haven't played better without him. No, we definitely haven't. And we haven't played any worse without. Exactly. It's just one of them things, isn't it? And the only person it comes down to is the football manager and the tactics and the way we play. That's the only thing it comes down to. Big up to you, my friend. 22, 23 is effectively 4 years ago. He's rubbish. Offload him. Hendon, big up. Yeah, if I can get 40 million for him, take it. Take it. But I'm telling you now, and I've been saying it from day one, and I was going to say it earlier, Odegaard is going to Man United. They're going to make a double swoop. They're going to get Skelly and they're going to get Odegaard. And it'll be interesting to see how Odegaard performs if he does sign for Man United. I still think he's going to Man United. I don't know why. I've just got this feeling Odegaard is going to Man United. I don't know. I don't know. I've not heard anything. I've just got this feeling. I think a couple of months ago, I heard a rumour that Man United would be looking at signing Martin Odegaard if he was to leave Arsenal. And I thought, do you know what? He'd be a perfect fit for Man United. You know, it'd be someone that Carrick would like because he likes them sort of players, Carrick, you know, if he's still the manager. But yeah, I just think he's going to Man United. I could be wrong, probably way out, but that's my gut feeling. That's my gut feeling. Suge, I know, being so happy, hair flick back. DJ B, just bought a new Samsung TV and you put Odegaard on it. Do you realise how much? There you go, my friend. Look, there he goes. Look, with his new hairstyle as well, Darren. Look at that with your new Samsung OLED, QLED, whatever LED TV. Blow him up, brother. Put him on there. Come on. Manny, big up to you, Manny. Big up to you, my friend. I'm off to sleep. Big up, everyone. Big up, Manny. You've done some mad streams lately, brother. You're probably tired, brother. Big up to you, Manny. Good holidays. True, we need to criticise all our forward players. Yeah, they've not been good enough. Our forward line's been absolutely horrific. We've played better. You saw how much we missed Eze for Man City in the Carabao Cup. Listen, I don't think it was down to Eze the way we played. If I'm going to be brutally honest with you, there was a lot of players underperforming that day. No excuses for it as far as I'm concerned. No excuses for it. That was atrocious. That was appalling. Manager got it wrong. Tactically, he got it wrong. Substitutions, in-game management. That's the manager. Then you look at the players. They weren't playing in a Carabao Cup final. They were absolutely rubbish. They got dog walked all over the place. They were absolutely awful. No excuses. I can't think of one. Yeah, we missed Eze, but would he have made a difference? Not really. Not really. Odegaard could play better without the armband to focus on his plan. He played well 3 seasons ago and wasn't the captain. Arteta, he should have made it. Yeah, do you know what? I think the captaincy affected him. You know, the minute he got that armband, he wasn't the same player. And some players don't play under that with that responsibility. You know what I mean? There are some players that are just not cut out to be captain, and it affects them. You know. Easter egg chocolate is banging. Big up to you, my friend. Yeah, get and eat it. Get and eat it. Oh man, there is nothing like about there's nothing better than Cadbury's chocolate, is there? Come on, people. Yeah, make sure you guys smash the likes. Come on. 68 in the building. I should, you know what I mean? I should have at least a minimum of 60. Max Dowman, Ethan, Odegaard. Telling you, if Max Dowman's a big season for Max Dowman next season, people. Big season for Max Dowman next season. If Max Dowman's not getting regular game time, his head could be turning. He's another one that could slip through the net of young talent. I think we've played quicker. I could be wrong, DJB. I wouldn't say the tempo throughout the team has been flying. But I do think the extra touches, I do think we've got the ball going through midfield a lot quicker, definitely. But I wouldn't say we've been scintillating. I wouldn't say it's been massively improved. Yeah, the narrative we miss Odegaard is identical to we miss Havertz, and nobody is saying now that we miss Havertz. Exactly. Havertz is just, for me, should never have been signed at this football club. That is the biggest waste of money we have spent on a football player in years. Still don't rate him. Still don't understand why we bought him. Havertz, to me, is in the Kepa bracket. The only reason why Kepa gets a pass for me is because he only costs 5 million. Yeah. Odegaard's attitude is a disgrace. He has. Listen, I'm not here to defend him. I was just merely saying that if he's out the team, I was expecting to see huge difference, and I'm not seeing any difference. We've missed Odegaard's creativity. Imagine Odegaard back in form tomorrow. This would be a massive boost for the team. Saka, lacka, boom, boom. No, I wouldn't go along with that. Odegaard's been off form for many seasons. He's a one-hit wonder, isn't he? You know, he's a one-hit wonder. He bought his boots out in 2023 and hung them back up again. Let's be honest. He hasn't really done much since, has he? He's been captain of Arsenal Football Club. What's he done? Have a look at his stats. They're not good enough. Plays in a 10. It was Rocastle's birthday the other day. Watch the clips of David Rocastle. Go and watch Paul Merson. Then go and watch Odegaard. He's miles behind. Arteta's system is sideways and backwards U-shaped football. Won't get away with it next season. We might get over the line this year. If we win the Premier League this year, let's enjoy it, and then we can digest what's happening next season. But I'm telling you now, we play like we do this season. As much as everyone's going to be gassed up about winning the Premier League, you play like that next season, you could be mid-table. Could be a long, bumpy ride. Yeah, but DJB, does Eze go missing because Arteta tells him to drop deep? Yeah, possibly. Do you know what Eze needs, Darren? If I was coaching Eze, I wouldn't give him anything to do. All I would say to him is go out there and just do what you like. Do what you like. Play on the left, play on the right, play in the middle, drop deep, go forward, play in the forward line. Just do what you like. Just go and create. Just go and create. That's all I want you to do. Get your head up, get the ball. If the space is on, run into it. If there's no space to run into it, pick a pass. That's it. Go and enjoy yourself. The tenure settings. Just go and play all over the pitch. You can't give Eze too many instructions. You can't. Certain players you can't give instructions to. Wanyeri's one. Dowman's one. Max Dowman. You start sitting him down and going, right, what I want you to do, I want you to hold on to the right-hand side. I want you to stay on that right-hand side as close to the touchline as possible. And then when we're defending, I want you back covering on the box, defending, picking up the ball, covering the fullback. You can't do that with Max Dowman. You know, you just can't do it. It's like having a greyhound and making it run in sand. You just can't do it. You just got to say to Max Dowman, go and enjoy yourself. Get the ball, do what you do with it. Unfortunately, this manager is just going to coach the life out of him. DJB loves the Odegaard air fixed down. Oh, man. Is the style of play Arsenal? That's the problem. Arteta is a coward. I think it is. I think it is. And I've said this all along, people. I've not hid behind any covers. I'm bored of it. It's crap. It's horrible to watch. Yeah, win me the Premier League this season, I'll be over the moon. But if I was sitting down having a conversation, you've won the Premier League, how'd you feel? Brilliant. Over the moon. But the football's been crap. Great. It's been crap. Let's be honest. And we ain't going to be able to get away with it next season. Sakalaka boom boom. You top gooners act like form magically switches on, dude. Was never a great to begin with. Class and talent is permanent. Form is temporary. Facts. 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 I want better players than Martin Odegaard at my football club. I want better players than Eze at my football club. Right now, I want better players than Saka at my football club. Saka's another one. And I've said this all along. If Saka is still playing like he's playing this season, come Christmas, January, serious questions have to be asked. Because you cannot carry players at any football club. You can't have players 300 grand a week and carrying them game in, game out. If they're not producing, you've got to start looking. As much as it's the star boy and he's the poster boy and he sells all the shirts and it's Bukayo Saka, what are you going to do? Wrap him up in cotton wool for the sake of the football club? You perform. That's what you're there to do. You're there to perform. You know, we can't be a charity club. Never wanted Zubimendi, nor did I. Nor did I. Didn't understand it. I wanted Morgan Rogers. That's what I wanted. I said back in January 25 that when Arsenal signed him, that he wasn't good enough for the Prem. Nope. I'm not a Zubimendi fan. DJB, you want to sell half of our team? Yeah, and improve it. 100%. 100%. I want to be in a situation now where players are fighting for their places and they're not in the comfort zone. Who's Saka got threatening him? Let's be honest. That's why Saka's pulling stinkers, because he knows his job's safe. Who's he got? Noni Madueke? Really? Now, if you had a man like Elise at the club, Saka would start pulling his socks up. If you had Coutinho in midfield, Eze and Odegaard would pull their socks up. If you had a man like Rodrigo or someone like that on the left, or Semenyo, Martinelli and Trossard wouldn't be off form and pulling stinkers. Let's be honest. It depends how you look at Arsenal Football Club. If you want a nice day out, drinking cocktails, laying on the beach and soaking up the sun, then stick with Martinelli, Trossard, Saka and all your average players. If you want to raise the bar and raise the levels and win the Premier League every single season, then you've got to get rid of the deadwood and bring in the new and bring in quality. Depends what lane you want to sit in. You want to go in the fast lane or you want to go in the slow lane? If you want to go in the slow lane and plod around in the middle lane, don't support Arsenal. Go and support someone else. I want to raise the standards. I want to raise the bar. Because I'm telling you now, when you win the Premiership and your champions go into a football stadium away, or if they're coming to the Emirates, they're going to want a piece of the pie. They're going to want you. And if you haven't got quality in place to deal with that, then you're going to fall and you're going to end up mid-table. That's why it's hard to retain the Premiership. So you either stick with your deadwood and players out of form and hope, or you say, sorry, you're not good enough. Thank you very much for everything you've done. Well done. Lovely. Now let's go and move the table. Let's go and move the goalpost. Let's go and raise the standards. Let's go and buy quality. Problem is the list of players won't get sold. Hendon, Binks, Havertz and Odegaard won't leave. Arteta won't allow it. The problem is with Arsenal, there's too many players go on a free. Too many players go on a free. And this is another thing that you have to look upon. People get lost with, just because we're sitting top of the Premier League and we're in this competition and we're in that competition and blah, blah, blah. They forget everything that's gone before it. This manager, with Edu, was putting players on astronomical contracts. They were going from 20, 30, 40 grand a week to 120 grand a week. Calafiori doubled his wages. Rice tripled his wages. Odegaard, 250, 260 a week. Havertz, 280 grand a week. Saka now 300 grand a week. They've all had horrific injuries. They're all out of form. What football club is going to take that player and pay £70 million for and put them on 300 grand a week when they've had grade 3 hamstrings and everything else? They're going to end up going on a free. People say, oh, they want to be at the club because of Arteta. No, they're at the club because the club pays them astronomical amount of wages. Yeah, but all clubs do. The difference is all clubs, as soon as they are out of form, sell them. Foden will be sold from Manchester City if he don't pull his socks up. He'll be gone. He'll be gone. Haaland, if he stops scoring goals, they'll sell him. That's the difference. We hang on to deadwood. They're injured. Look how long we hang on. Look how long we hung on to Tomiyasu for. He was a year at the football club, nicking a living before we even got rid of him. It was only because Berta came in that we got rid of him. Honestly, it's batshit. It's madness. It's crazy. But people don't want to look at that. No one wants to look into the nitty gritty. They just want to look at Arsenal, top of the Premier League, everything's rosy. Well, it's not. Because in the future, we're not going to be able to get rid of these players. They'll all be walking on a free. No money coming in. We can't buy anyone in the summer until we get rid of players. So when I say I want 7 players sold, the reason for that is because we can't buy anyone until we've sold them. Do you honestly think the owners have got another £1 billion to spend at this football club? They're talking about refurbishing the stadium, moving to Wembley. There's no £1 billion. They're gone now. The only way we are going to generate money at this football club is A, build the stadium, make it better, bigger, or sell players and bring in new players. Jared Bowen has been playing for relegated stricken West Ham. He's XG, for all you XG merchants. He's XG, his output, his assists, his goals is more than Saka's. And he's been playing for West Ham. That's a fact. Go look at him. I think we've been better without him. Would not have stayed in 4 competitions until the League Cup final. Yes, point, Darren. Big point, mate. I can't see Man United touching Odegaard. I can. I don't know why. I can. Big up DJB. Got a ticket for the new stadium opening tomorrow night for my local Inter Miami. First time going to a football game in person. David C, enjoy it, brother. Enjoy it. Your first one's always amazing, no matter what stadium you go. Your first one's always the one that you remember. Big up to you, David. Go and enjoy it. Big up to you, my friend. And big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you smash your like. Sub to the channel. If you haven't subbed to the channel, why not? It's all for free. You can sub to the channel. It takes about half a second. Come on, people. Rob Future, I wouldn't shed any tears or years over these players left with Arteta. No. You can't be sentimental in football. You can't support a club like Arsenal and be sentimental. You can be disappointed that players have left. I was gutted when Van Persie went to Man United. I was gutted when Henry left. I was gutted when Ian Wright left. I was gutted when all these players left, Vieira and all that. Absolutely gutted. But you can't be sentimental because the club's bigger than anyone. And no one's bigger than the fans. No one's bigger than me, you, the fans of this football club. That is what it should be. Fans first. That's it. Not even the manager. 300k for a player that is too injury prone. He's irresponsible of a club of doing so, but lacked the judgment behind him. And it was a sad lack. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Listen, I don't begrudge Saka getting 300 grand a week because he's carried this football club. And without him, the manager would have got sacked years ago. Right? The merchandise he sold, Saka on the back of shirts, what he sold for the kids, the PR he's rallied out for the club, unbelievable. I don't begrudge him 300 grand a week, right? But if you're going to take £300,000 a week and you're going to be captain of this football club, I want to see an output. I want to see some sort of reward. Yeah? And if he's playing like this, when he comes back from the World Cup, as I said, if he's playing like this halfway through next season, come Christmas, he'll be the next one on the list that I'd say, okay, perhaps he's had his time at Arsenal. If we can cash in on him now and bring someone else in, it might be time. Dr. Seymour, JCG, the next 2 months dictate Arteta the club's future. Would be easier to create a list of players to keep. Yeah, facts. These next games coming up are crucial in Arsenal Football Club history. Crucial, people. Absolutely crucial. David C1, but of course we never sell our lame horses while they're standing, and our fans are so obsessed with players they never want certain players sold, even when they're average scrubs. They don't, because they fall in love with them. They've got names on their shirts, they've got posters. They can't imagine life without certain people at this football club. They think Arsenal's going to, like, I don't know. They think it's going to kind of like curl up into some sort of born dissolve. I don't know what they think. They just can't imagine life without Saka and Arteta and people like this at the football club. Arsenal without Saka and Arteta? Are you mad? Are you mad? I won't be able to sleep at night. Saka is the new Rashford. Yeah. Yeah. Good point. I can't believe Rashford's going to. I can't believe people are saying take Rashford. You've seen that England team we're going to take out to the World Cup. Still got Luke Shaw at left back. Rashford. That England team is poor, isn't it? Another overrated team. When are we going to wake up? When are we going to wake up? Honestly, I can't be listening to it. I can't be listening to it. Would Rashford get in the Arsenal team? Possibly, because Martinelli and Trossard have both fallen off of a cliff, right? But on a weekly basis, would you have Rashford at Arsenal? No. So why would we have him playing for England? Big up, David. Good point, my friend. Zubimendi is not better than... Nah, man. He's not an upgrade for me. Zubimendi's not been an upgrade. Not been an upgrade at all. Make sure you sub to Seymour. Anyone with a channel in the chat, people, make sure you sub to him. It was a sentiment that kept the Wenger at the club for so long. Facts. Facts. And look what happened. He outstayed his welcome. I wasn't the vicious Wenger, you know, because I admired what he done at his football club. What I saw under Wenger, I've never seen on a football pitch, ever. Yeah, amazing football, right? So that always lives in my memory. But I understand he overstayed his welcome. Sadly, Emery was thrown under a bus and was never back the same way as Arteta. Nor will the next manager, my friend. Nor will the next manager. Big up to everyone. Let's get into the FA Cup. My starting 11, people. My starting 11. Make sure you smash a like and make sure you sub. We're not a serious club as a manager saying he'll play a goalie who speaks 2 languages and he's right-footed. I know he's a dickhead, isn't he? Thinks he's... This is the problem. He comes over as if he's won everything. This is my problem with Arteta. When he talks as if he's an elite manager and he's won nothing. He's won the same amount of trophies as Glasner. In fact, he's won less than Glasner. He's won an FA Cup and Charity Shield. That's all he's won. Yeah, but he's come second and look where he's got us. Yeah, but he ain't won it, has he? Second's not winning. So when he talks as if he's won everything. Now, I understand Pep talking like it. I understand when Alex Ferguson spoke like it. Jose Mourinho talks like it. I get that. Conte and all people like this. I understand it. I get it. Yeah, okay, fine. There's a little bit of arrogance about you because you've been there and done it. But when Arteta tries to be funny, no. Stick to what you know. Try and win something first before you can start being arrogant. Back 5 can stay. Facts. I like David Raya. I do like David Raya. But again, if someone comes in that was better, you'd rotate them, wouldn't you? Gabriel and Saliba, I think you'd be hard pushed to get a centre backs as good as them. Timber, I like. Other than that, I'm struggling. I think Hincapié is limited. As a footballer, he's limited. His football is based on aggression. You put him on a yellow card, he's finished. He's finished because he's technically got nothing. Can't pass. He's all Hincapié defender is based on aggression. That is why in the final you put him on a yellow card. Semenyo had him in pieces. He's vulnerable. So to me, a left back with only a one-trick pony at left back is not what I want at Arsenal. Calafiori goes missing. You know. DJB, who will be fit for the Southampton and Sporting Lisbon? We will see, my friend. We will see. Did anyone catch the pre-match presser? Swear they had to catch up on 2 weeks worth of nonsense. What a load. Oh, I can't listen to him, man, sometimes. Seymour, can't listen to him. Raya with Saliba, Gabriel Calafiori, MLS, Odegaard, Dauman, Martinelli. I think Arteta will pick. Let's have a look, people. Let's get it up. We don't even know who's available. This is what I would say who's going to start, right? Now, I'm basing this off of, I'm telling you what I'm basing this off, right? If I think they're fit, right? I think he'll go Kepa in goal. Do you know why I think he'll go Kepa in goal? Because he wants to prove everyone wrong. That's the mentality of this manager. Because he can turn around and go, I told ya. I told you, right? So if the majority of the fans want Raya, Arteta's not going to do that. He's going to go Kepa. I think Timber will start at right back. I think Mosquera will start, and that'll either be Mosquera, Saliba, or Mosquera, Gabriel. I think he'll go with Gabriel. And I think Lewis Skelly will come in at left back because I don't think Calafiori's fully fit. And in Cape, I don't think, I just think he'll play Lewis Skelly. I just got a feeling. That's what I think he'll play. That's what I think the defence and the keeper will be. Midfield, I think he's going to go with Rice and Norgard. And then I'm hoping Max must start. Max must start. For me, Max Dowman needs to start tomorrow in this team. Not Saka, Max Dowman. Right? On the left, it's a flick of a coin. And I've been saying it all along. I honestly think Martinelli and Trossard have penalty shootout in training. Whoever wins plays. Because they're both crap. Right? I'm sorry. They're both not 90-minute players. Bring them off the bench, fine. But they're not 90 minutes. This clown up front, Jesus, who's been nicking a living at Arsenal since he joined, will probably start as well. Because Gorkarez will probably get rested for the Sporting game. Because he'd be up for that. Right? That's what I think. And I reckon he'll bring in Havertz because I don't think Odegaard is ready. Eze is not fit. I think that will be the starting lineup tomorrow. The only thing that might be different is Saliba might come in instead of Gabriel. Is Ben White fit? I'm not sure. He might start Ben White as well. That's what I think. And I don't think it's going to be an easy game tomorrow, people. I think Southampton are going to give it a go. And I think Southampton are going to be a tough test. They're on form. They're scoring goals. They're lively. They're physical. They'll fancy their chances. Knowing that they could play Leeds or West Ham in the semi-final gives them an extra edge as well, doesn't it? Because they know that Leeds and West Ham have drawn against each other. They know Liverpool or Man City are going to get knocked out. So if I'm the manager of Southampton, I'm going to say a big boy's going out tomorrow over the weekend. If we beat Arsenal, we've got a brilliant chance of going to an FA Cup final. Why is that then, boss? Well, Liverpool or Man City are getting knocked out. One of them are going. Leeds have got West Ham. Both heading towards the Championship, where we currently play, and we've got a chance of playing one of them in the semi-final. You do your job against Arsenal, we could go to Wembley. So they'll be up for it. They will be up for it, people. Yeah. I reckon Jesus starts up top. Faldetta will use the excuse of Gorkarez playing too many games. Yeah, I don't think he'll start Gorkarez. I agree with this lineup, strong enough to advance. Yeah, I agree, Sully. I agree. That's what I think it'll be. That's what I think it'll be. I just got a feeling he'll stick with Rice in midfield. I think he'll stick with Rice in midfield. I don't see Skelly starting. Calafiori will start. Bev, I did put Calafiori in there at the start. And for some reason or another, I had it in my mind that he could be injured. He's one of them ones that are not fully fit. But yeah, either or Calafiori, that could be a shout. Yeah, I wouldn't lose sleep over it. Southampton will beat us. I have a feeling he throws it away and focus on the big fish. Arsenal Pulse. I'm sitting on the fence with this result, mate. You can put your predictions in, but I'm sitting on the fence with it. I am literally sitting on the fence with it. Do you know what, right, guys? I am not going to predict anything after watching that Carabao Cup final. Because what I saw in that Carabao Cup final opened my eyes how bad this team really is. And I'm not predicting anything. I'm not predicting it. I'm not 100% confident in any going into any game after watching that Carabao Cup final. I'm just hoping. I've got my glasses on, guys. I've got my hope glasses on. Look, they're my hope glasses. They're on. Yeah, because I'm not predicting anything. But that's the lineup. Jesus up top, Dowman, Havertz, Martinelli, Rice, Norgard, Skelly, stroke Calafiori, Gabriel, stroke Saliba, Mosquera, Timber, Kepa. That's who I think. That's who I think he'll start. But we'll see. We will see. I'd like to see Norgard start. I'd like to see Norgard get in. I think we can beat Southampton, but I have no faith in the semi-final. Big up to you, my friend. I hope Fordetta is sold before he pushes out Wanyeri and Skelly. Wanyeri's gone. He ain't playing for this football club. He's gone. Bavi's gone, bruv. Get used to it. I got used to it. 66 watching. Smash the likes up. Come on, guys. Get the likes up. Let's go, people. 70 watching now. Over 70 people watching. I should have a minimum of 70 likes, surely. Come on. There's no creativity tomorrow. It will be another hard watch without Eze. Arsenal Pulse, I agree. JJJ, the Bottle Strand TV, big up to you. Dr. Seymour, Butts AFC. No, mate, we're not losing no matter what we can do. A stinky 2-0 or 1-0, a set piece. Yeah, possibly. I reckon. Don't be surprised if it don't go extra time. Don't be surprised if it don't go extra time, people. Bav the Ripper, DJB, if we can most weeks predict this manager's lineups more or less to man to man, then imagine the opposition man. Yeah, exactly. I've been saying it all along. We're predictable. We are predictable. We're predictable with the way we play as well. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. I didn't see any plan B in that Carabao Cup final. And a year on from the Champions League semi-final, he hadn't learned his lesson. And that to me is worrying. He played no different. His in-game management was no different to that semi-final against PSG than what it was in the Carabao Cup final against Man City. No different at all. Havertz in midfield was never worked, and we'll try again tomorrow. This manager is such a egoistic man. He just can't. Do you know what, right? Good enough. And Marino also had to be a fouled option. Facts. Let's get it back up, right? Because he could. Yeah, I just think. I'm trying to think of another. Do you know what he could do tomorrow? No, he won't. Saka's injured, isn't he? I don't think Saka's fully fit. Big up Tyrell, my brother. Big up to you, my friend. Make sure you go and sub to Tyrell as well. Follow Tyrell. Big up to you, my friend. Starts at midnight, my time. Going to be a late night. It's going to be a late night, David Unders. Yep, 8 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Don't forget, people. 8 o'clock kickoff. Rice 3 games in a week. Again, that's why we're up and down. Some games he plays far too much. Burnt out, man. He's burnt out. I love the hate from rivals. My club will keep winning and be the best. Come on, you Gunners. Shush the haters. Yeah, it's always nice, isn't it? You've always got to want Arsenal to win. There's a lot of people that hate Arsenal. Yeah. I think they hate the fan base. I don't think it's the football. I think it's the fan base. Darren Sullivan, ready? Turn your TV on, bruv. He's back. Bosh. There he is. Come on, Darren. There's your man. You love him, really. Come on, man. Hey, I bet you got Odegaard all over your shirt. Come on. Big up the Sully. Tyrell Gunner TV. Big up this Jonathan. Remember me, the young Arsenal content creator. Tyrell TV, you Arteta in or out? I think he's mixed. I think he would like a change. I think he's like me. I think Tyrell's in a position like me where we need a change. I think 7 years with a manager at one club is enough. There's a shelf life now in football, and I think Arteta's reaching his shelf life. No matter what he wins, I just think a manager outstaying their welcome at a football club is a bad idea. I think you need to keep it fresh. Berta to sharpen the knife tomorrow. He will do if we get knocked out. Tell you another question, right? Would it be failure if we only win one trophy? Or would the Premiership trump everything? I understand it trumping everything because we haven't won it for over 20 odd years, right? And I get that. And everyone's desperate to win the Premier League. The Premier League, in everyone's opinion, is the holy grail. I get it. Understand it. Totally. But when you've been told that it's the best squad ever and we've got world-class players all over the place and he's an elite manager and we've been in 4 competitions right up until April, if we was to only come away with one trophy, I'd feel a little bit hard done by. As much as I'd be ecstatic that we'd won the Premier League, there'd be a part of me thinking we should have won 2 cups. So if we only win the 1 cup or 1 trophy, I'd feel a bit cheated. I don't know. Perhaps it's me. I'm not sure. I don't know. Variables going in tomorrow. Look, Southampton way. We've got injuries. Our record at St Mary's is poor. Stormy night on the coast. Southampton unbeaten since mid-Jan. And we have it could be a banana skin, Doc. You're 100% right, bruv. Well put. Thank you very much indeed. All your comments, people. Thank you very much. All your comments, all your input, your followers, your support of the channel. Guys, much appreciated. Absolutely 100%. All of you, absolute legends. I wasn't excited about the Odegaard signing. However, each time he's played, he's proven me wrong. Hold my hands up yet. This manager, don't try him. Bav, yeah, he hasn't done a lot wrong, has he? But he hasn't really played and started to do a lot wrong. When he's come into the team, he hasn't really had any pressure on him. But I understand where you're coming from. I don't know why Odegaard was bought because he hasn't been played. You know, he's just an ornament, isn't he? He's just like something on the side that sits there. He's like a photo album, isn't he? Just something that just sits in the cupboard and don't come out, you know? I wouldn't be surprised if Havertz starts up front. I think Havertz will start in the 10 tomorrow. I think Jesus will start. I don't think Rice is playing tomorrow. Yeah. I mean, I've just got that. That's my 11. That is my 11. As I said, this is what I think. I think he'll keep it. I think he'll respect Southampton. I think he knows that Southampton are a good side. I think there's going to be some respect there. So I think he'll have a few big guns playing tomorrow. And Rice is a big game player, isn't he? Especially in the cup. 8 p.m. kickoff on a Saturday. At least it's Easter weekend, I guess. Yeah, Bav. Facts, my friend. Yeah, I do, bro. Big up to you, bro. JJ Bottle Stand. Yeah, hair flicks. I'm not optimistic with Timber starting. Nah. If the Premier is one, I can understand why they would keep him on, but it wouldn't be a great time to sack Arteta, as he's no chance of capitalising any further. No, listen, I understand him keeping him on. I think most fans would say if he wins the Premier League, yeah, keep him. I get it, understand it. But giving him 3-year deals and all of that would be absolutely criminal for me. That would be madness, giving him all that. Premier League title on paper over so many cracks, and we're only winning it because City and Liverpool have had stinkers. Pep cannot perform without Klopp in the league. There's that to it, Arsenal pulse. There's always that to it, but someone has to win it. Someone has to win it. I don't really pay much attention of what the other teams do. I think if you win it, you're the best team. Simple as that. You're the best team for that league, and I'll be over the moon. However, it would cover over a lot of cracks. Can we sustain it next season? No, definitely not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Rice has had knocking lead into the international, so I don't think he can play him. Yeah, if he's not fit, if he's got a knock, I don't think you'll risk him. Sporting's a big, big game, isn't it? It's a massive game. But to be fair, Southampton was in the Prem last year, so we can't underestimate. Plus, St Mary's is cold night looking meek. Yeah, true. All the teams are crap. We're just the least of the we're just the best of the crap ones. Yeah, exactly. The Premier League's been poor, people, isn't it? Let's be real. It has been poor. Do you think there's any chance Odegaard walks away on his own accord after winning the Premier League? I think it's a possibility. I think it's a possibility. I think with Arteta, he's going to probably look at it two ways. He's going to think to himself, right, because look, whatever you say about him, whether you want him, whether you like him or not, right? I'm not his biggest fan. I've never made out to be his biggest fan. But one thing I do admire about Arteta, he has worked tirelessly at this football club. He's put in some effort. He's put in some groundwork. He's worked his nuts off to get where he's got, right? No doubt about that. You can't fault his work rate and his effort he's put in at this football club, right? Whether we've agreed with it is immaterial, but his work rate has been outstanding, right? Now, has he got the energy to go again? And this is the question I asked someone a couple of weeks back. If the Cronkies sat him down and said, right, we're going to offer you another 3 years at this football club, but we haven't got another £1 billion to spend, right? You're going to have to sell players. You're going to have to trust the youth system, and you're going to have to work with the players you've got. Has he got the energy to do that again? Has he got it in him to bring that to the party? And I don't think he has. So if another club comes in and says, we've got all this in place, we've got XYZ amount to spend, we've got all this war chest, there's money in the bank, you can go and buy who you want, this is what we want to do, this is what we're going to do in the club, blah, blah, blah. He might look at that and go, hang on, I fancy that. I fancy that. I don't really want to go through the hard yards at Arsenal. Another 3 years of trusting the process. So never say never. Never say never. And this is where the Arsenal love base has got to understand. Himself, not just the Arteta outers, him himself might not have the energy to go and do it all again. He might want to look for a new challenge. Because I'm telling you now, there's not going to be £1 billion to spend. And if they're looking at refurbishing the stadium in the next 2 seasons, there's going to be no money to spend. He's going to have to go through what Wenger went through when we was building the Emirates. Has he got it in him? I don't think he has. I don't like the pressure being put on Max Dowman. He's only 16. If you're young enough, listen, young kids nowadays are not like the young kids of years to go, my friend. I understand your comment and I respect your comment 100 million %. And I know where you're coming from. And in a way, I'm a little bit like it. But what you got to realise, these youngsters now, they just play. They just play football. It's football to them. It's like running in a school playground with a load of people around them. It don't faze them. Youngsters are completely different to what they were years ago. It doesn't faze them. It really don't. They take it all in their stride. Social media. They've got people looking after their money. They've got people looking after them health-wise. They've got all the best care, attention. They've got security. They've got everything. They've got absolutely everything. They just want to play football. It don't faze them. It don't faze them. DJB, what do you think of Zerbi? Will he keep Spurs up? Because for me, it's a disaster appointment. Only 12 mil for 5 years. What are Spurs thinking? I think Spurs are in a situation where it doesn't matter what the manager comes in. That team is appalling. I know they've got a lot of injuries, but the team is bad. It would be a miracle if they can stay up. I think they're the worst of the bunch. I think they're worse than Leeds. I think they look worse than West Ham. And I think they look worse than Forest. Out of all of them teams that are fighting relegation, they look the worst team. And on that basis, I think they're going down. I don't agree with the work in his arse off statement, flapping arms and screaming on the sidelines. He's not work. Listen, what I mean is the groundwork is done. Yeah. You know, all that flapping around and dancing about. Yeah, it is a pain, right? I agree with you, and it is, Darren. Listen, I'm. Everyone that knows me knows that I want Arteta gone from this football club. I didn't want him there this season. I was shocked that he was there this season. I was absolutely gutted to see him there this season because he won nothing last season. His in-game management is appalling. His tactics are appalling. Bores me to stiff. I think it's crap. I don't agree with it, right? But he's got us in the Champions League. He's got us second. I know it's crap. We haven't won anything. But that does take some sort of effort. Whether you like it or not, it does take some sort of effort. And I don't think he's got it in him to go another 3 years on a promise. I really don't. I don't think he's good enough, to be honest with you. That's what I'm trying to say. If you said to Jurgen Klopp and players like this, if you said to Jurgen Klopp or managers like that, look, this is the budget. You've got to work your youth system. You've got to work with the players you've got. They'd probably go, yeah, all right, I can do that. No problem. No problem. This manager, Arteta, he's got no chance of doing that. He relies on money being spent. He relies on ready-made players coming into the team. He can't look at the players he's brought through. None of them have really improved. Gabriel might have done. There's a question that Gabriel may have improved. Other than that, I'm struggling to find what players he's improved. He hasn't really improved anyone. Zubimendi ain't been no world beater. Rice was always going to be Declan Rice. Saka's fallen off of a cliff. Havertz has not really pulled up any trees. Jesus has looked appalling. Eddie Nketiah, we got rid of him because he was crap. So, Darren, listen, I'm not singing his praises, but he has done some sort of work, and I don't think he's got it in him to go again. I don't think he's got the capability of going again. I don't think he's good enough to go again. You can't give this manager raw eggs and expect anything else other than disaster. Arteta will be managing Real Sociedad in a couple of years. No elite clubs. I think he could end up at somewhere like Juventus or something like that. Who said to me Juventus, somewhere like that? Do you reckon he'll go to it? I don't know. Listen, he's shortlisted for Man City, isn't he? He's in the shortlist for the Man City job. He ain't getting that. DJB just knows where we're not scoring from open play unless Southampton make a mistake. We're disgustingly bad from open play. We will score from a scrappy goal and own goal up in. Listen, prepare yourself for extra time tomorrow. That's all I'm saying. Does it go extra time or does it go straight pens? I've lost it now, you know. I don't know what goes straight pens, what goes extra times. I remember the old replays in the FA Cup. They were brilliant days, they were. Michael Grundy, as Shane Cooner says, Shane's a legend. He is a legend, 100%. 100%. I don't even think Pep saves Spurs mentality. He's just off. If you can't win at home, it's a serious issue. I think they've gone. I honestly think Spurs have gone. If I was a betting man and someone said to me what team's getting relegated, I'd have to go Spurs. And that is not because Spurs to me are just Spurs. They're not my biggest rivals. Yeah. I haven't got mass hatred for them. I want to beat them. I don't like them. But Man United are my rivals. I don't like Man United. I'd rather beat Chelsea than Spurs. Don't know why, but I would. You know? I enjoy beating Spurs, love beating Spurs all day long. But on a football, if I'm looking at it just through a football lens, Spurs look worse than all the teams that are down there. I can see Leeds getting out of it. I can see West Ham got a bit about them getting out of it. I can see Nottingham Forest getting out of it. But right now, I can't see Spurs getting out of it. It goes extra time. Cheers, brother. Yeah, I prepare yourself for a long night, people. Prepare. He wouldn't last a week at any other team. Our fans are the only saps. Yeah, Darren, I agree. That's why I want him to go to another. People say to me, Arteta won't get another big club. I want him to get another big club. I want him to. I want him to get a Barcelona or a Real Madrid. I really do. I really, really do. And do you know why? Because the fans and the club would not put up with it. And then you will see him sacked after 1 or 2 seasons. And then you just say, well, there you go. There you go. What we've been saying. I want him to get a big club. I really do. Get a Barcelona, Real Madrid, someone like that. And when you ain't won nothing after two years, you're gone. Even 1 year, you're gone. Then watch how different the fan base will be then. We'll see what pressure. You got to remember, this guy's never managed a football club in his life. Never. He's never been through the hard time. He hasn't been through the hard times. Yeah? Carrick at Man United, at least he's managed a football club. You know? This guy has not managed anywhere else. So when he manages another club, all the experience he's going to gain is going to be new to him. So when the crowd starts turning on him and you're getting sacked in the morning and all of this, that is going to be a whole new experience for this football manager. So I want him to get a bigger club. I really do. If we want to stop City from winning any more silverware, it's not 115 charges. We just give them Arteta. Exactly. Let him have them. Let him have them. And he would perform way worse elsewhere. The pressure would be way higher. Absolutely. 100%. Let him go. Let him try it, my friend. Let him try it. JJ, the bottle of Stan, not Manchester City, mate. Sorry, man. No one to take him. If we get knocked out of the FA Cup, it's our fault because we're only team in the Big Six. Get knocked out of the FA Cup tomorrow, mate. Questions have got to be asked. Questions have got to be asked. Serious questions have got to be asked. Arteta is that kid that got a nice car straight after high school. Yep. Yep. You know the one, don't you? You know the one. Yeah, rich mummy, daddy, passes his test, rolls up in a BMW or something while we're all driving around in little escorts or something like that your uncle's given you for like 200 quid. Exactly. Everton for Arteta. The problem is he will get another job. He will get another job. But I'm telling you now, he won't get the same support from the fan base that this fan base has given him. At Madrid, he's gone 6 months. Yep. Bring it on. Bring it on. Here's the hard truth. Even if we win the league on goal difference, he's getting a massive contract. Oh, my. All right, then. So, look, the question on my question to you then. 1, would you be happy if he got a large contract? And 2, will you still back him if he finishes mid-table next season? If he doesn't make Champions League next season, will you still back him? And the season after that, if we don't make Champions League and we finish mid-table, no trophies, how long would you keep him at the club for? It's taken him 6 years already. It's taken him nearly 7 years and over £1 billion to get where he's got. He's fouled 1 final already. He's limped out the Carabao Cup final. Didn't even limp. Crawled, you know what I mean? Rolled out of there. Stunk Wembley out. Absolutely stunk the place out. A proper big club, Real Madrid, Barcelona, injuries, fine margins aren't good enough. Excuses, finishing second isn't good enough. It isn't good enough. It isn't good enough. Unfortunately, it's good enough for this Arsenal For the modern fans, finishing second is perfect. Not a problem. It's all good. DJB, to be fair, if we've drawn the easiest teams in all the comps, Sporting, Bayern, Mansfield, Wigan, FA Cup, Chelsea. I know it is. Lady Luck's been on our side this season, my friend, with the draws, definitely. Arteta is shit, Cotton, bad actor. Madueke is just like Garnacho, he runs. Oh, I'll tell you what, man. Madueke is like the kid on the beach chasing his beach ball in the wind. You know that beach ball that you blow up and you're playing with a beach ball and the wind gets it and it runs down the beach and you run after it and you're just about to control it and it goes off again and you end up on your falling flat on your face just as you're about to grab it. That's Madueke playing football, running after a beach ball in the wind. Do you know what I mean? John Terry wouldn't even take him to the World Cup. Now, there's a man that knows that. And there's the man that speaks a lot of sense. I've got a lot of time for John Terry. You can't knock John Terry. What he done for Chelsea is what Adam's done for Arsenal. Absolute legend. He needs 2 trophies to keep his job this season. I will be... Yeah, T-Dot. This is what I... Look. I'm not being funny. I get it. If he wins the league, you've got to give him he'll get more time. But there'll be part of me, I shall feel hard done by if I only win 1 trophy this season. I'll be a little bit disappointed if you only give me 1 trophy. Arteta took 6 years and over $1 billion spent, yet Alonso took the managerial job like a natural with hardly learning a curve and won the Bundesliga in his first year. Facts, Gunnarsson. Big up to you, my friend. You know what they'll say, though, didn't you? The Bundesliga's a farmers' league. Yeah? Well, we've got Brentford and Bournemouth in the Premier League. No disrespects to them. You know? So, Burnley. How many times did Madueke let the ball run under his feet and run over the ball? He's terrible, man. When you watch him live, he's even worse. When you actually watch him in the stadium live, he's even worse. Seriously. If Arsenal don't win, Southampton fan base protesting at the Emirates. No, you won't get that. You won't get that because we're 9 points clear in the Premier League. That 9 points clear in the Premier League is covering over everything. No one's bothered about the Carabao Cup because we're 9 points clear in the Premier League. Carabao Cup don't matter. Ian Wright even said it. Don't matter. Don't matter. It's fine. You can lose a major trophy. It don't matter. Don't matter. I like what John Terry did after retiring. He didn't go to the manager route. He worked in the background. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Arteta's Chelsea reject obsession is enough reason to know he will never be an elite manager. Nelson, big up to you, my friend. Big up to every single one of yous. It's been a good Friday, late night chat. Thoroughly enjoyed it, people. It's been absolutely amazing. Respected all your comments. You don't have to agree with me. You can disagree with me. You can disagree with anyone in the chat. Do you know the one thing I like? It's clean. It's friendly. It's peaceful. It's lovely. Thank you very much, every single one of you people. DJB, you should ask for your money back after seeing Madueke. I'm telling you now, I should ask for my money back after seeing a lot of Arsenal players, people. I've had to put up with Martinelli for the last 2-3 years. I've had to put up with Odegaard. I've had to put up with this manager for 6 years. Yeah, now I'm having to put up with Saka on 300 grand a week playing like a lemon. You know? Jared Bowen, go and look at his stats, compare them with Saka's. And he's playing for relegated West Ham. Yeah. Lee Gunner is live. Okay, my friend. Let's have a little raid. Let's see who's live. Come on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look, people. 1 second. Bear with us, people. If I freeze, I apologise. Because when I'm doing this raiding malarkey, right, I freeze. Let's have a look. Let's have a look who's live. 1 sec, people. Let's see who's live. The Izzy's back. Long live the king. Yeah, Lee is live. Yeah, okay, people. Let's look in. Save. Cool. Perfect. Right, people. We are going to raid Lee. When you go to Lee, just say DJB raid. Good night. Big up to everyone. Big up to everyone. Guys, can you do me a favour? Just check that you've smashed a like. If you're watching it on playback, smash a like, like and hype. And if you haven't subbed to the channel, make sure you sub. I'll be back on the Sunday sit back post-match FA Cup reaction. Wednesday, the mingle is back. Me and Normski, 1K Normski's back, doing the mingle. Champions League, all that malarkey, looking ahead to the Premiership. Big up Gavin, big up Lux, big up everyone that's been in. Binks has been in, all of you's been in. The Doc has been in, Seymour, Arsenal Pulse, Vincenzo Patron, absolute legend. JJ, the Bottle Strand TV, big up to you as well. Tyrell's been in, the Gunnarson's been in, Nelson Vivas, Tappy's been in, Darren Martin's been in, Suge with his super chats as well. Lux has been in. Oh man, honestly, if I've not named you, you know you are. Darren Sullivan as well, absolute legend as well. Hope you ain't smashed up your TV. And big up to every single one of you people. Appreciate it. Happy Easter, happy holiday. Enjoy, spend some time with your family, take some time out, and enjoy the FA Cup tomorrow. It is a special occasion. One more time, people. There it is. There it is. Come on. Come on. Who would not want to win that, eh? Who would not want to win that beautiful trophy? Look at it. Just look at it. One last look at it. That's what we're playing for tomorrow. That's what we need to win. Go and win me that. Go and win the Premier League. I'll be happy. We should be winning the double. At least minimum double. If we win the Champions League, I'll be over the moon as well. More over the moon. Prome's been in as well. Big up the Prome. I'm here driving. Big up the Prome. Drive safe, brother. There's the FA Cup. We'll leave you on that. Good night, everyone. Big up to your people. And yeah, go raid Lee. Show Lee some love. DJB raid. I'm out of here. God bless. Look after yourselves. Bless.